Okay, guys, very welcome back to a special edition of the show today. I am joined by a very, very special guest who is hoping to represent Ireland in the Eurovision this year. This Friday night, she participates in the Late Late show for the Eurosong competition for the Eurovision 2024. Ailsha, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely buzzing, as I said to you off camera, for your entry this year as a fellow metal and rock head as well. It's nice to see something different representing hopefully representing Ireland this year. How has it all been for you? It's been a crazy few weeks.
It's been insane. I mean, yeah, first of all, I wasn't expecting my song to make the selection, given its genre. But as soon as it went on air for the first time, my phone exploded. And
Yeah.
it's just received an overwhelmingly positive response. So it's gone as well as I could have possibly hoped for. And whatever happens beyond now, I'm just really happy that this happened now because
Yeah.
it's been really fun.
Yeah. Can you talk to me about the application process and what way that works?
Sure. So I just submitted an application to the Eurosong application on RTE.
Yeah.
So I think I sent my song in September, um, and I wrote the song like in I think it was about June. So I had it kind of like wrapped up by August and ready to submit. And yeah, that was it. It was a very straightforward application form. Like I said, didn't expect to be selected, so here we are. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Can we talk about just for a second your background then in music? Because I know I seen previous interview which you said you come from a musical family. So do you want to kind of explain to people your background in music?
Sure. So, my dad's a composer, my mom's a singer. All my siblings are musicians in their own rights. My sister Kathy is a singer-songwriter. She's quite well known in Ireland, and I basically grew up just. It was impossible to avoid music, but I avoided working in it for some time because I think I was too nervous about criticism. So
Yeah.
I dodged music and I worked in makeup for a while, and then I just kind of like I just reached this point where I was like, what am I doing? Like my passion is music and video games as well. So I ended up working in music for video games. So I'm a games composer. And then I started to release music eventually myself within the last couple of years.
Yeah. Then when you're performing shows over here, you've got a full band with you as well, correct? Who's in your band?
Yes. So I have Veronica Stretsova. She's my drummer. She's incredible. She's also in a band called Neon Empire. And we have Brian Lockney on bass. So he's in a band called More Than Machines. We have Connor Kinsella and also Ashling Jarvis who do guitar. Ashling is part of Clannad, and Connor is part of a band called Speakers. And on synth, we have Ian Veenman, and his own project is called Ian Veenman. So um,
Nice.
it's cool. It's a good mix of different types of musicians.
And will they all be joining you this Friday then on the Late Late Show full band?
I don't have a full band, but there are
Okay.
some surprises about what is in the performance, but I won't give too much away.
Exactly, exactly. Because we know with competitions like this, you need that stage element and stuff like that, and kind of camera work. Is that kind of something you've been doing, training to maybe look at certain cameras, or is that kind of
Oh
came into
yeah.
the play? Yeah,
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 there's been a lot of camera training. Yeah, it's been nonstop rehearsals. Our staging concept is very creative. We have a director who has come up with a lot of what we're going to do. Um it's a little bit ambitious, but we're hoping to pull it off, and it's basically just going to be a lot of fun. So we're really looking forward to it.
yeah. Okay, so talk to me about how this idea came about then for you to submit an application for the Eurovision.
Sure. So, it was something that, I'd always kind of thought about doing, but
Yeah,
like I said, I was always like nervous about criticism, and it was just something I was like, nah, my song would never get picked, or I didn't know if I'd be able to handle it. Um, and last year, I had initially been releasing pop songs in 2021, but I
yeah,
didn't really resonate with producing pop. So at the start of 2023, I started to really kind of become myself, and I started releasing like rock and metal songs. And once they started to get noticed, I had a couple of fans, friends, family encourage me to submit like a really fun rock song to Eurosong and just see how far it would go.
Yeah.
Um, and my family and I, we are Eurovision fans. My brother is a total fanatic, and he got us all into it. And I just thought, this could be like a really fun thing to try and achieve. So that's how it happened.
Yeah. How bizarre is it kind of watching it now, kind of nearly being involved in that world? It must be a bit strange, is it?
It's very, very, very odd. And the fact that it's gone so well is just something I didn't expect. Like it's had like such a great international response in the
Yeah.
last couple of weeks. So to see comments pouring in online about the song, it's incredible. It's very surreal, but yeah, I'm just rolling with it.
Yeah. Can you talk to me about some of the response you've had online and from different parts of the world from people appreciating the song?
Sure. So there was a guy in Norway called Ule who he runs a Eurovision talk show podcast, and I did an interview with him, and he said to me that the international people can tell that there's like this inside joke in the song with the Irish language in it, but that everyone else in the world seems to be like loving the inside joke as well. Like everyone's getting a kick out of the Irish, which is really really great to see. Um, but yeah, it's just there's been so much love for the song. It's been garnering a lot of like streams, and uh, I believe it's like being voted for quite a lot in all sorts of polls for different
Yeah.
blogs around the world, and it's coming out top. So yeah, it's just been a really crazy, awesome response, and even people. Not only have Irish people been getting in touch saying, "Oh, I'd love to, because of your song, I'd love to take back up learning Irish again," but people
Yeah.
all over the world have been like, "Your language is beautiful. I'd love to learn it." So that's cool.
Yeah. That's the great thing about the song because as I said to you off camera, I'm a fan of the Eurovision as well. And I felt that over the last few years and a long time actually, really, we failed to kind of implement our culture into the music. And I think that's something that you've definitely done this year.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. No, I mean, that was definitely, I always knew that if I did enter it, I would have to do something with the Irish language and utilizing a little bit of our Irish sound.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Can you talk to me then about writing the song? And did you specifically write this song? Right, I'm going to submit for Eurovision. I need to write a song. And how difficult was it to kind of do that, or is that the way you done it?
Yeah, that's absolutely the way I did it. So I just was like, I went for coffee with my family one day, and I was like, I just said to them, I'm going to write a song for Eurovision. And I went home and I just sat down. So the way I write songs is I sit at my computer, and because I produce as well for my video game work,
Yeah,
I started to produce the project, and the idea just literally flew out of me, and the whole concept and the message behind it just came to be that way. But yeah, I specifically wrote it with the Eurovision stage in mind.
that's really, really cool. And talk about the who recorded it then for you because it sounds sounds very good.
So it's I basically produced the track to a point. So I
Yeah,
always record all my vocals at home on my SM58 basic microphone, and I recorded all the synths at home, um, a couple of like electronic drums. And then basically, once I get my projects to a point, I bring them to my producers, Beardfire Studios, and I'm like, right, lads, make this as heavy as you possibly can, within reason. Because obviously, for this, we wanted it to still be um, accessible because it's Eurovision. Um, so the lads like added in like all the double kicks and nice like heavy guitars, and we kind of went a bit nuts with the production because we were having so much fun with it. Like we put in like all these new metal elements like disc jockey scratches in the middle eight and like just
Yeah.
like nonsense. But yeah, we had a lot of fun with the production of it.
Yeah, and I actually heard it on the radio when I was just finished work there. I was playing on Today FM, so it's obviously radio friendly as well, which is good.
Yeah, the radio seems to like it. It was Future Flavor on BBC Radio 1 last week, which was
Class.
really cool. So, but yeah, the radio seemed to like it too.
Yeah. So what do you think, like we're looking at a kind of a different demographic in general terms speaking for the Late Late Show? Like what do you think like people's reaction will be to the song?
It's hard to know, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I mean, I think that our staging will appeal to
Yeah.
people who are sitting at home and watching it. I think it's a lot of fun, and hopefully the visuals of it all will hook people in, and people will. The goal of our Eurosong performances, no matter what placement it gets, or if it gets through or if it doesn't, we just want people to enjoy it, and to have this opportunity to kind of represent this kind of alternative scene, and also like something that's authentically Irish.
Yeah.
That's just going to be a really cool opportunity. So yeah, I mean, hopefully the audience will get behind it and enjoy it. But yeah, the main goal
Yeah.
is just people enjoy it.
Yeah. I think like the Europeans, like they do enjoy their rock and metal. We've seen a few bands over the last, obviously with Manskin winning. That same year, Blind Channel were on it. They
Yes,
finished fourth for
yeah.
Finland. I went to see those guys. I had them on my show as well. I went to see them in Dallas, Texas. I just happened to be in Texas and they were playing about a year later, and they were doing a big tour of America, and now they're signed to Century Media Records. Like, and that's just, they didn't even win it. Like they finished fourth.
Yeah,
But
they
like
were
there's a great
great though.
opportunity.
Yeah, their Dark Side was one of my favorite Eurovision entries ever. Like they're really cool.
Yeah, and we look back to it, and of course, like Lordy, when they won it as well, it was kind of something different. And now with the blue as well, and hopefully you can hit home with the Irish audience on Friday night that this is something different to go for.
Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed. I just think, we tend to play it safe in recent years, and
Yeah,
there's such a massive, alternative scene here, and I think Europe would love to see that.
absolutely. So, what's your preparation like going into Friday? I know you've probably been crazy doing interviews and different things like that. So, what
Yeah.
what kind of work is going into your performance on Friday night? Because you're going to get up there, it's going to be live on TV. You're talking what, 2.5 minutes, and then it's over. Like, what?
Yeah,
How do you
yeah.
do it?
Yeah, I mean, there have been many steps. A lot of practicing on my singing. I have a choreographer. I've got a director. Um, I've got, everyone who's involved in the performance is someone who was in some way involved with the song
Yeah,
coming to be, and they're very dear to me. So yeah, it's just been nonstop rehearsals, nonstop costume prep. We even have some prop prep, and yeah, just a lot of there's a lot of DIY touches which I really wanted to do to kind of like um just basically just basically show people that I really care about
yeah.
this, I guess. Um so yeah, no, it's been nonstop.
And can you just explain to people then what way the show will work on Friday in terms of audience votes, etc.?
Sure. So I believe what will happen is there'll be a phone number on the night that I think you can text. And it's, I think, any Irish number or any number in the UK can vote. Um, I'm not entirely sure just yet. And I think the voting line opens at a certain time during the show, and that's when you can
Yeah,
vote. But yeah, that's all I know at the moment.
yeah. And I'm actually DJing in Fibbers on Friday night, so I'm going to have the old RTE player out on the phone. But I think
Amazing.
we should maybe hold the night off until it finishes up around, I think, about 11:30 on Friday night, isn't it?
I think so. It'll be something like that.
So you're more than welcome to join us in Fibbers afterwards then.
Oh, thank you. I mean, if it's a win, then we'll see.
There's, there's only one place to go celebrate then.
Yeah.
Look, I'd like to thank you, Ailsha, for your time today. It was an absolute pleasure to talk to you, and I can only wish you the best of luck on Friday. We'll all be cheering you on from Fibbers anyway.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks so much, and best of luck.
Thank you.